everyone? How you doing? It's Sean here from Worldwide Red Show. Listen, if you're new, make sure that you hit that subscribe button for me. Give me a thumbs up. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the match and everything going on at the greatest team on the planet. Well, in my world anyway, the greatest team. Anyway, guys, listen, it's early in the morning here in the States, and I'm doing a little bit of a reaction/review to our match yesterday. I really thought I would simmer down a little bit before I did this because I didn't want to be a member of Reactionary FC by just going crazy and ranting. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to review our home win yesterday, which, by the way, it was a win. So we're always grateful for wins. We always celebrate wins around here. We always need W's. By hook or by crook. But so listen, I'm going to do a little more review, and possibly I'm going to call it this. I'm going to call it a kind rant. I'm going to be nice today. I'm going to be friendly and kind and all that type of stuff. And I got to do this pretty quick because my son's match is about to start. We're in a tournament this weekend. And if they win this next match, we will be in a final today. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's talk about the match yesterday. Okay, so it was crap. It was crap. And I want to say this. I don't want to hear about the Stretford end sucking balls into the net. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if it was any other manager besides this one who loves to divide opinion because it's a loyalty decision with this guy and the fact that we love him for what he's done for our club, no other manager would get the benefit of the doubt the way this one has. I remember numerous times under Van Gaal, under Mourinho, listening to that Stretford end screaming, attack, 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 attack. So I want to talk for a moment about what is going on, what went on yesterday and what's going on in our club. So the game yesterday, let's be real honest. It was a smash and grab. We were abysmal to watch. And to see the comments after the match about, it's tough against quality like this. Quality like this? West Brom are shocking. They are shocking. They are going down. And the truth is, they could have won yesterday. They probably should have. Now, before you say, well, we had plenty of chances, our players are shocking. Okay, plenty of chances. So apparently we had like 7 shots on target. I don't remember seeing that many. However, Anthony Martial has to do better. A chance fell to him, I believe in the first half, I think it was. That has to be put away. Mason Greenwood buries that 100% of the time. Cristiano Ronaldo buries that 100% of the time. People like that. Martial has been getting into good positions. We watched him do it with France, and for some reason he's in a goal drought and he cannot seem to get the ball in the back of the net. This is a little concerning and worrying. I will say, for me, the one player I feel like our manager has improved in regard to his positioning is Anthony Martial, in that many times I've seen Anthony Martial get into good positions he used to not get into because he would constantly drift out looking for the ball. And so I think that overall that he's doing okay there, but he's not finishing. And what I saw yesterday, the finishing was abysmal. Anthony Martial should finish a chance. Marcus Rashford should finish a chance. Sam Johnston had a decent game. He made some good saves. But let's talk about the match real quick. David De Gea, I don't know if there is a better goalkeeper I have ever watched in my life saving the ball with his feet. He makes a phenomenal save to keep us in the game yesterday. Bruno Fernandes gives away a penalty, which let me just say this. I personally feel that there wasn't enough there to overturn it because it was a pen in my book. Bruno chops him down. He clearly makes contact with the guy in the shins and kicks him down. However, the angles that I have seen, I don't have the angle maybe they're seeing on VAR. I could not say definitively that Bruno hit the ball. It looks to me that he hit the ball first. If he clears the ball first, theoretically, I understand why a penalty wouldn't be given. But unless there's an angle I didn't see, I don't understand how that was just straight overturned, I mean. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Bruno steps up down the pitch. We get a penalty that, for me, again, I understand the handball rule is the handball rule, so I accept it, even though I think it's crap. I remember the one they gave against Victor early in the season that was just crap. I honestly don't think that the handball that we got against PSG was a good call when Kimpembe did what he did. However, even that was further away. Juan Mata basically chips the ball into the defender's arm he couldn't have been more than 4 yards away. At that speed, that close, the guy turns, the ball hits him in the arm. Listen, if the letter of the law says it's a pen, it's a pen. However, they need to change the law, because that is just, if that happened the other way around, I would be fuming, because that is just soft. That is soft. So I think they should have had a pen. I'm happy it's not a pen, even though it's harsh. I don't think we should have had. Now, here's the thing. I also will say this. Anthony Martial was pulled from behind. That should have been a pen. Here's the thing. Let me say it this way. I understand why it wasn't a pen. I don't think it's a pen. But I have watched the dirty, filthy Scousers, especially Mohamed Salah, get calls like that in the box tons of times. Tons of times. I've seen Salah and Mane get stuff like that. So that should have been called a pen, even though it's not one. It's a little tug. Not a tug and you flying down. Okay, that's crap. But we should have got a pen there. So I will say that. Tony should have had a pen there. However, it was just, guys, it was terrible to watch. It was terrible to watch. The only positive for me overall in the match, Fred was okay again. I will say that Harry Maguire and Victor were okay. Maguire actually played well in spots. However, we're going to talk about why they've looked good for the last few weeks. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a minute. So here's the thing, guys. Telles was a positive because, for me, Alex Telles, I'll just say it this way. He made a few nice defensive tackles, and that gives me confidence because we already know what kind of player he is going forward. So I was excited to see him make the tackles that he made yesterday because he's not terrible defensively. At least I didn't see that. Backline, of course, Dave's pretty much saves us the game again. Right side, AWB did okay. Didn't have too much to do. However, there's a few times his positioning is just terrible, where he does not defend the back post. I've been seeing this for a while. So either it's a tactical thing or AWB doesn't have a clue when it comes to anything but one-on-one defending, and that someone needs to fix that. Because I don't care how unintelligent you are, you have to know how to defend the back post if you're a fullback. Midfield, once again, we went with two holding midfielders at home against the worst team in the league. They haven't even won one match. Two holding midfielders. Let that sink in. So we're going to talk about that in just a moment. The attacking force should have done better. Bruno didn't have his best game, but again, he contributes. Like I said, he really did contribute a PK, but got by with it. He steps up to take a penalty. Of course, the first one was saved. I'm kind of getting a little sick of his hop when it doesn't work. It was saved, but I tweeted immediately when I saw the replay, Johnston was well off his line. So, again, he gets bailed out with a retake. And the crazy thing is, if the guy just stays on his line, he makes those saves because it's guessing right. So we get lucky. Bruno retakes it, and he scores. Again, Bruno gives the ball away a good bit because that's what he does. However, I'm not concerned about that too much. It bothers me because I'd like him to be more tidy in possession. But this is Ollie has more freestyle system, so Bruno has Bruno's our main creator. He made some amazing passes yesterday. When he keeps it simple, he looks way better. However, he did make a few passes. The pass he made over the defense to Juan Mata was sublime. Pretty much only Pogba really makes that pass for us. I mean, Pogba makes that pass, but who else makes that pass? Not many people. That was real deal Holyfield. That was really good. Bruno again, overall played well. In regard to, he always contributes. So let's say it that way. So at times he was spotty, gives the ball away, but he comes up in the big moments. We can't take him out of the team, especially because he's the main leader and it's obvious. However, let's talk about the whole situation here. So let's talk about what's going on at our football club, because I'm going to tell you right now, any other manager we would be killing right now over what I've seen. Ole has in his locker the ability to coach attacking, free-flowing football. When he took over as an interim, was the best I've seen us play for the most part after Sir Alex. The moment he got the job, the moment he switched his mentality from someone who's there to coach and to lead the club forward to someone trying not to lose his job. Let's call it what it is. He's pragmatic. We're playing two holding midfielders to protect a backline that doesn't need protected against West Brom. The best midfield performance I remember post-lockdown last season was the Sevilla match. Bruno, Pogba, Fred. Why don't we see that more? Is Pogba really suffering because of COVID? Has Pogba got an attitude problem? I don't know. People are getting him out of our club. Listen, I wish people had the same agenda about other players as they do Pogba. Because here's the thing. Pogba can leave. He's probably going to leave. He probably should leave. But let's call it the way it is. Paul Pogba is a world-class style player. While we have him, we should be fighting to get that out of him. And if he flat just doesn't want to play, then keep him on the bench. I get it. But right now, guys, this is just terrible what I'm seeing. West Brom at home. Okay, Pogba's hurt. Why isn't Van de Beek playing? Do not tell me that Van de Beek isn't playing on form. Almost every time this guy gets in the game, even the 10 minutes yesterday, I felt like he was arguably the best player on the pitch. And he comes on with 10 minutes left. Guys, this is a joke. How we're coaching defensively at home against West Brom. There were times yesterday where our possession was barely over 50% against them. At home against West Brom. Are you kidding me? I don't know how much more I can take of that. And I'm trying to be nice about it. Like I said, I'm not going to go on a rant. But if you can't see what's happening here, we play Southampton next, I believe. Ralph Hasenhüttl, if he looked at his roster and he had Manchester United's roster, do you think for a second he would be setting up the way we set up? I don't understand why there is no manager I can remember who has completely sabotaged himself the way that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has. And I know he didn't get the players he wanted. I know that. We know the biggest problem is the board. We get that. However, I don't care if Humpty Dumpty was coaching this team. You're going to look at that roster and play defensive with two holding midfielders against West Brom at home. It is unacceptable. And I don't know how much more of it I can take. I'm going to keep supporting the guy, even though I think he should be replaced with someone else. We know this. I've said I'm Ole indifferent, but my mindset's Ole indifferent, and then I'm not screaming. But this guy sabotaged himself, you know. We can blame the board if we want. But you give Ralph Hasenhüttl that now listen, Ralph Hasenhüttl has no business being Manchester United manager, in my opinion. That's not who I want next. I'm just saying, if you give him a team like that, watch how they at least set up the play. It is embarrassing. The guy is coaching just to try to keep his job. That's why when he should be sacked, every time he's in trouble, he goes ultra defensive to keep it tight. And let's say what it is. Yesterday was a smash and grab for us. We did not dominate that game. We didn't. And listen, I'm all for having moments in a season where you have to win ugly and do what you need to do. Like if we were crap housing our way to a 1-0 in a semifinal, or in a final of a trophy to get a trophy, I'm all for it. I got time for it. Any means necessary. But guys, this is ever since the guys got the job, time after time after time, we've seen performances like this. And I don't understand why we talk about we've seen this before with the board, but we don't say the same thing with this coaching setup. I just think it's not good enough. And we need someone who can get more out of these players in this squad because the board isn't going anywhere. So, what can change? But I'm just frustrated because what I saw yesterday, two holding midfielders against West Brom at home, sitting back, trying to counter them. We can't win a league this way. And don't give me Ole didn't get the players he wanted. I saw on Twitter a few minutes ago, imagine if Ole got these guys. And imagine if Ole got what he wanted. Upamecano, Sancho, Haaland, and I forgot who else they had in the 4. Imagine what? As soon as he got nervous, he'd have Jadon Sancho playing right back instead of... Listen, I just can't take any more of it. I mean, I'm going to have to take more of it. But I got to call it out. That was poor yesterday. That was poor. We expect better. And I know we're spoiled because many of us, especially guys my age, we've watched through some glory years. But yesterday was poor. Like I said, we got lucky. They should have had a pen. Didn't get it. We shouldn't have got one that we did get. And we didn't get one we should have got. So I guess you could say that evens out. But even that, we missed it and then get a retake. Guys, and here's the thing. Before you start talking about, well, we should have scored, Marcus should have scored, and Tony should have scored. Okay, I feel you. But let's not forget, they hit the bar, I believe, twice, and David De Gea makes a world-class save. So don't act like this is the worst team in the league we're playing, And the bad thing is people say, well, we're above City. Look at our results. Look where we're at. Look where we're at. Look where we're at. Okay, this is the sad thing. If we had a manager who was coaching this team right, getting out of this team what it should be getting, right? We would be in first right now. We should be in first. Our home form. We should have Crystal Palace at home. Should be a win, not a loss. The Spurs match. Okay, I get it. Maybe we take a loss there, but let's say we draw. Guys, we're losing games. We have 1 point, 1 from 12 at home? And now we have 4 out of 15. It's just not good enough. And so, yes, the board hasn't done their job. I get that. We know that Manchester United is rotten from the top down. But at the end of the day, yesterday really put me over the edge with how I'm going to speak about this manager. Because I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm not having this anymore. I want us to win every match. This is not going to change. But the quicker we see a change, the quicker the football begins to change. Because if we're going to not, I mean, I guess the thing is, it used to matter how we played. Now, I don't want to be like old Tottenham that played beautiful but never won anything. It's not about that. It's just about this manager has really let me down. Because I was singing Ollie's at the wheel. Even though I didn't want him to get the job, it was very reactionary to give him the job as an interim the way that we did. And I made it very plain. I've always wanted Poch before we even got Ollie. So it is what it is there. However, let's be honest, guys. Ollie came in and played a beautiful style of football and had our guys flying high. And as soon as he got the job, he switched. And if you can't admit that and see that, your agenda is as bad as some of these YouTubers out here whose agendas are ridiculous. I watched the show yesterday with some guys I like. I mean, I like them. Would love to go on the show and argue with them. But the fact is, one guy was getting pemmed by the other guys. And the bad thing is he was telling the truth. Because the host of the show has an agenda against certain players and for certain players. So when you have an agenda, you see things through your bias, through your confirmation bias or your agenda bias. Whatever way you see things, it's just how you see it. How you can act like Bruno Fernandes is not our most important player, even if you don't like how he plays, even if you don't like the fact he gives the ball away a lot. If you can sit there and watch, if you cannot see what difference he's made, I think the reason some people hate Bruno is because they hate Ole, and Bruno is the one guy who's kept him in the job. Bruno has saved this guy's job. You want Bruno dropped, then Ole would be stupid if he dropped the one guy that's kept him in the job. Without Bruno Fernandes, we had a change last year. So don't expect him to be dropped anytime soon. But anyway, guys, that's just been my opinion. I'm just frustrated. I'm happy we won. I mean, listen, we're moving up the table. We're above City. I'm all for it. I got time for it. Mourinho masterclass yesterday. Trasher class. You know how Mourinho does. The fact is, listen, I'm glad we're above City. I'm glad with some wins we can be in a top 4 race. I think Ollie will finish top 4. The league is that bad right now, and I just feel like we would. However, there needs to be a change. So it is what it is. I'm not changing no matter what happens. No matter what happens, I don't think I can change at this point because I've seen enough. You know, again, I'm not for chopping and changing managers, but being loyal to the wrong situation is a problem as well. People say, well, we can't keep chopping and changing. Well, Chelsea do it. But the thing is, their owner backs everyone and will drop tons of money for quick fixes. We don't have that. But don't act like our board won't spend. We spend. We don't spend wisely. We don't always spend right, but we spend. So at the end of the day, the board is the main problem, but we need better. And that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, let's go this week. Guys, we should win 5-0 this week. But if we win 1-0, I'll be happy. I'm just afraid to say that we're going to slap this team coming in the Champions League from Istanbul because they're terrible too. But they sit back and defend well. So the teams like that give us problems. All I'm saying is that there's no way we can lose this match coming up this week. So I'll see you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a preview of this game coming up. I may or may not, but I'll definitely do a reaction. You know, I'm on a lot of people's previews, so I'll see what I can do about that. Oh, also, be sure to like and subscribe, get involved. We'll be starting live streaming soon now that I got some new equipment. Be excited about a couple new shows I got on the docket I'm going to start launching with you guys. All right? So like, subscribe, get involved. Until next time, it's been Sean, Worldwide Reds Show. Follow me at WWReds_show on football Twitter, and I'll get with you guys soon.